ESL tournament, or the ESL STARBOW tournament number 8. And spawning in the lower right corner of the map, on the client goes to, it's the yellow Protoss player Cube, who I want to give big props to for going for some cool tactics last game. They didn't quite work out, but I love that he went for them. His opponent in the top right, Green Terran, almost unstoppable. This is a man who's proven that STARBOW can be entertaining. Give it up for Beastyqt. And again, I can't recommend this guy enough. You know, he was, not a lot of people actually know this, unless you're like a diehard fan of BaseTradeTV, but when we first started out, he was the only pro that would give us the time of day, much less to do multiple show matches with us on a very regular basis. I wouldn't go as far as to say like he helped make BaseTradeTV what it was, or what it is, but he definitely contributed to our early days of working up. So I've got a lot of fondness for Beastyqt on a personal level, and I was very disheartened when he went back to League of Legends, or not back to, but when he went to League of Legends. But now that he's come back to StarCraft 2, even if it's just for STARBOW, very excited to see him once again. He's always been a favorite player of mine. There's not a lot of players I really ripped builds from, so to speak, quote unquote, in Wings of Liberty, but he was one I would always try and copy. And I just have the utmost respect for this guy. So I got to give him a big shout out. And of course, you can always find him streaming STARBOW on a fairly regular basis. His Twitch TV is not too different than his name, TV/Beastyqt. And yeah, highly recommended. He's a good player to learn from. He's number 1 currently ranked on the ESL STARBOW ladder, or quote unquote tournament scene as far as points goes. There is no technical ladder for STARBOW, which makes it a little bit difficult to compare skill for players. But when you've got a lot of wins under your belt, that's all you need to say I'm good. Now, unfortunately, Cube misscouted once, but a 3-player spawn map. It's going to find him here, no problem, in a moment's time. Beastie is going for the expansion build, so he's going to have to get a bunker down. I mean, he's already suffered the wrath of not going a bunker versus Dragoons once today in this tournament. I don't think he'll risk it again. But coming to the base for a scan, we'll see what he can tell. Again, I talked a little bit about this earlier. It's kind of hard to get reads off of initial scouts in STARBOW because gas tells more of a tale for players than anything else does. But if he sees the Stargate, he'll know it's going to be the Oracle, or sorry, I keep saying Oracle, the Sentinel Harass again. It looks like the SV should get a clear scout of this. Other side of the map, looks like the probe did escape. Gonna try and run out. SCV, however, is just getting backed into a corner, sadly. Rest in peace, my friend.
First blood.
I see we've got the actual STARBOW people here in chat today trying to ruin it. Raise your kappas and let's ruin this chat. We actually have a KPM meter. Kates per minute. Unless the firebot is broken, which it tends to be in recent days. It's not going off. Whatever, raise your ace Kates. Raise your ace Kates. Subs of BaseTradeTV. Anyways, singularity charge on the way. It's going to allow him to outrange this bunker just a little bit. Again, you don't need a lot, but it does apply a bit of pressure to where your opponent can't push out of his base. So Beastie's going to be locked into this bunker for a little bit of time. And, well, actually, not using... Back up, back up! You've got the singularity charge now! Okay. Cube almost gave away that Dragoon. I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. I was a little bit worried about that, but... There we go, now focusing, firing a little bit better. Now he's got the range bonus going for him, but BC's not repairing the bunker. Okay, SCVs now wake up. They were asleep doing their job. Siege tank on the way, siege tech as well. So he's not going to be in any immediate danger, but he's going to have to pull another SCV if he wants to keep this bunker alive. Cube moving in a little bit boldly to focus on the SCVs. And looks like, yeah, the bunker's not going to fall. I like that he's utilizing this to snipe off SCVs, though. Chasing them back, keeping his Dragoons alive. Cube's got some pretty good control over what's going on right now. And,
game paused.
Bit of lag coming out. Hopefully it's not me. Fingers are crossed it's not. I will gladly hop out of this game if that's going to be the case, as I don't want to risk anything. But it looks like Beastie is actually the one suffering a bit of a spike right now, so... Very unfortunate. Hopefully, are you able to recover replay for STARBOW? I actually have no idea. I would assume you can, because I think it's a global feature, but I've never seen anyone try it. So I don't know. I don't know. Well, fingers are crossed that this gets resolved. BC may have just had a lapse in internet connection. He's actually been having some trouble recently. There was, I think it was STARBOW Cup number 7? No, 6, I think it was. He had to forfeit the first round out of because he couldn't play due to no connection. So hopefully it's all good. He says he's back. I'm back, baby. All right, Cube says he's ready.
Game resumed.
All right, back in action. Beasty's got his tank out now. He's lost a couple of SCVs to this Dragoon harassment. Really, it's nothing game ending. Does have to worry about losing this bunker, though. Tank can be pulled into this. The dive past the bunker for the tank. Beasty trying to kite a little bit, but unfortunately, as we see, Dragoons don't really give a good gosh darn. Now completely past the bunker, full in on this. Beasty's in a rough spot. Siege mode is done. If the SCVs hold position at this choke, he can certainly keep these Dragoons out. They're not going to walk past like they did last time, but boy, oh boy. Second siege tank sieging up finally secures this. Has to retreat his natural base fully and entirely, though. That's not fun to see and not fun to do either, but Cube getting a little bit of work done. He's literally the first player I've ever seen actually beat this back. Again, Beasty usually has this sort of bunker thing under lock and key, but siege tanks combined with the SCVs taking a little bit of heat here. Will these Dragoons... There's no way these Dragoons win this fight. No, there we go. Repairing the siege tank guarantees it's going to live to see another day. And these Dragoons will fall. Beasty's going to finally be able to secure his natural base. Go back to mining, hopefully in a little bit of time here. More Dragoons on the way, though. Not quite done with this yet, but there's too many tanks at this point to deal with. Even unsieged, siege tanks, of course, deal a lot more damage than they do while sieged. Or, sorry, while in regular StarCraft 2. While siege mode as well, do a lot more damage. 70 per shot, but as you see, the cooldown is 4.53 seconds. Oh my god, talk about a long cooldown. We got some Goliaths coming out next. They're going to be kind of the fodder to this mix. I like that he's fully walled this off, too. But Cube says, all right, I was too all in with that. Good game is going to be called. Beasty will go on to the finals. Yeah, that might seem a little bit abrupt, but I think Cube just decided he knew this was going to be a long drawn-out game into a slower loss because he started off behind economically. So the GG might seem a little abrupt, but definitely well-timed. All right, let's check the other half of the brackets.